Now we need to process our editor view events. So first we'll create a new store, a TaskEditorStore. This store will hold a TaskEditorState. TaskEditorState is a good opportunity for us to explore a powerful concept, reactive state machines. I'll be using PlantUML again to build a small state diagram before I actually start coding the state machine itself. An editor will start off closed. From this state, we can add a new task or edit an existing one. Doing either of these things moves us to the editing state. While editing, we'll accept edit events. In our UI, that's when we change the title or description of our open task. From editing, we can also save the task, delete an existing one, or cancel the whole edit session. So we'll just look at the completed diagram. Now, in the case of cancel, we see that we just jump back to the closed state. But when we're talking about save or delete operations, we're going to typically need to run some asynchronous operation on the side. Wait for some result, and then transition to a closed state, say on success, or we might possibly be thrown back in an editing state with some kind of error message. We could then report on the problem to the users, and they could decide what to do next. Okay, so now let's take our state machine UML and start coding it. The trick here is to encode each state in our diagram and add a transition function. So, starting with closed. When calling add or edit, the return value will be the state we are transitioning into. So in this case, the return value will be editing. Then from editing, we're going to have 4 transition functions. Our first transition function will be edit. Whenever we edit, we take the previous task and we copy it with some changes applied to create a new editing state. Save, delete, and cancel are pretty straightforward. When we transition to saving, we only need to know which task it is that we are saving. And once saving is complete, we'll just jump back to closed. Delete and deleting is pretty much the same story. Let's tidy a few things. And the last detail we need to fix is to jump back to TaskEditorModelStore and set its default value to closed.